The flames dance against the midnight sky as smoke billows from what was once America's most advanced canine training facility. The Los Santos cartel thought they were sending a message by burning down Elite Canine Academy. Instead, they just awakened something far more dangerous than they ever imagined. Tonight, Rex, a battle-hardened German Shepherd with 3 tours in Afghanistan. Shadow, a Belgian Malinois who survived the streets of Kabul. And Luna, a Dutch Shepherd trained in explosive detection, are about to show these criminals why military working dogs are considered the ultimate force multipliers. For director Sarah Mitchell, watching her life's work burn isn't just an attack on a facility. It's a declaration of war against every dog and handler who ever served their country. Before we dive deeper into this incredible story, let us know where you're watching from, and if you're enjoying this content, make sure to subscribe, because we have more amazing stories coming your way. The morning sun casts long shadows across the Elite Canine Academy as director Sarah Mitchell makes her routine inspection. Her boots crunch against the gravel path while Rex, her German Shepherd, moves silently beside her. The facility spans 75 acres of Arizona desert, featuring state-of-the-art training grounds, climate-controlled kennels, and advanced security systems. "Sarah, we've got movement on the east perimeter," crackles the voice of Marcus Rodriguez, her head of security, through the radio. She changes direction, noting how Rex's ears prick forward. The dog's body language speaks volumes too. Someone with her experience. "On my way? What are we looking at?" At the fence line, she finds Marcus examining fresh tire tracks in the sand. His background in Army Special Forces shows in how he's already photographing and documenting the evidence. "Professional job," he says, pointing to the pattern. "Multiple vehicles sometime after midnight." Sarah surveys the surrounding desert landscape. The morning light reveals the vast emptiness stretching toward the Mexican border. Somewhere out there, the Los Santos cartel is watching, planning. She's heard the rumors about their new leader, El Serpiente, and his reputation for brutal retaliation. "Get Dr. Chen down here," she orders. "I want all the dogs evaluated. They'll have sensed something was wrong." In the medical building, Dr. Rachel Chen examines each dog, noting their heightened alertness. "They're not anxious," she reports to Sarah. "They're focused, like they're preparing for something." Rex works the perimeter with his handler, Jake Thompson, their bond evident in every movement. Shadow patrols the main building with her handler, Maria Santos, while Luna maintains watch near the training grounds. These dogs aren't just pets or even standard working dogs. They're combat veterans who've seen action in the world's most dangerous places. Remember when they said our combat integration program was too extreme? Sarah asks Marcus as they watch. The dog's work called it unnecessary for a civilian facility. Marcus nods grimly. Los Santos is about to learn why we developed it. In the command center, the security team reviews overnight footage. The cameras show shadowy figures moving. At the perimeter, testing response times, mapping weak points. These aren't street thugs. The movement patterns suggest military training. They're professionals, Marcus observes, studying the footage. El Serpiente doesn't take chances. That drug bust cost them $50 million. He wants payback. Sarah processes this information while watching Diego, their newest arrival, work through rehabilitation exercises. The Belgian Malinois still carries the mental scars from his police work in El Paso, but his protective instincts remain sharp. "They think we're just a training facility," she says finally. That's their first mistake. As evening approaches, Sarah gathers her staff in the briefing room. 15 faces look back at her, each person carefully selected for their military or law enforcement background. Former special forces, retired police officers, and combat veterans who found new purpose. At Elite Canine Academy, we have 3 options. Marcus outlines: evacuate, call for backup, or show them exactly what this facility was really designed for. Sarah's expression hardens. Every dog here is a veteran. Every handler is a warrior. It's time to remind Los Santos why they should fear American military working dogs. The facility's transformation begins at sunset. What appears to be a simple dog training center reveals its true nature as defensive positions are manned and specialized equipment is deployed. The dogs sense the change, their training kicking in as they prepare for what's coming. Rex takes his position near the main gate, his 3 combat deployments evident in his calm alertness. Shadow moves to the eastern approach, her experience in urban warfare showing in how she uses cover. Luna secures the training grounds, her explosive detection skills crucial for identifying threats. Command, we've got vehicles approaching from the south, reports Jake Thompson from his observation post. Multiple heat signatures, moving tactical. Through thermal imaging, Sarah watches the Los Santos convoy approach. 8 vehicles heavily modified with armor plating and mounted weapons. El Serpiente has committed serious resources to this operation. All units implement Pattern Alpha, Sarah broadcasts. Let's show them what they're really dealing with. The first test comes at 10 p.m. A probe team of 6 operatives approaches the western fence, expecting to find standard security measures. Instead, they encounter Rex and Jake moving in perfect coordination. Their combat experience evident in every silent step. The Cartel team never sees the attack coming. Rex strikes with precision learned in Afghanistan, disabling the point man, while Jake provides tactical support. Within minutes, the probe team is neutralized, their expensive equipment scattered across the desert floor. Sector West secure. Jake reports calmly. For detained, 2 retreated south. Sarah examines the captured equipment through night vision. Russian tactical gear, American weapons, Israeli communications equipment. El Serpiente is funding a professional operation. But he's about to learn that Elite Canine Academy was built for exactly this kind of threat. They'll escalate now, Marcus warns, studying the tactical display. El Serpiente can't afford to lose face. Through the facility's cameras, Sarah watches Shadow and Maria coordinate perimeter security. The dogs' movements show why the military considers Belgian Malinois among the most effective combat partners. Every step is calculated, every position chosen for maximum tactical advantage. The escalation comes at midnight. Explosions rock the facility's outer perimeter as Los Santos launches a coordinated assault. Smoke grenades follow, creating a wall of concealment as armed teams push forward. Multiple breaches on the north wall, Marcus reports. They're using professional breach tactics. Sarah's response is immediate. Execute Pattern Delta. All K9 units show them what combat training really means. What happens next demonstrates why Elite Canine Academy's methods have become legendary. The facility's integrated defense system activates, transforming the compound into a coordinated battle space where every dog and handler knows their role. Rex leads a flanking maneuver that catches the assault team completely off guard. His military training combines with Jake's Special Forces background to create a devastating response. Shadow and Maria hit the Cartel forces from an impossible angle. Their coordination perfected through months of tactical training. Luna works with her handler, Tom Bradley, to identify and neutralize the Cartel's demolition equipment. Her explosive detection skills, honed through years of dangerous work, prevent what could have been catastrophic damage to the facility. The Cartel forces find themselves facing something they never trained for. These aren't just attack dogs or standard security measures. They're facing combat-tested military working dogs, operating with tactical precision under the guidance of equally experienced handlers. Command, they're falling back to secondary positions. Reports Maria from the eastern sector. But we've got more movement on the ridgeline. Through thermal imaging, Sarah spots the truth. El Serpiente himself is directing the operation from a command post on the nearby hills. The cartel leader's frustration is evident in his increasingly aggressive signals to his forces. They're bringing up the heavy weapons, Marcus warns. Like they're done testing, Sarah makes a critical decision. Implement Pattern Omega. All units, prepare for maximum response. The night erupts in controlled chaos as Elite Canine Academy reveals its true defensive capabilities. Hidden barriers rise from concealed positions, transforming the facility's layout into a tactical maze. Specialized lighting systems activate, disrupting the cartel's night vision equipment. But the real surprise comes from the dogs themselves. Rex, Shadow, and Luna demonstrate why military working dogs are considered force multipliers. They don't just follow commands. They think tactically, adapt to changing situations, and coordinate their actions with devastating effectiveness. Asterisk. The battle reaches a crescendo as El Serpiente commits his remaining forces to a final push. The cartel leader's reputation depends on destroying Elite Canine Academy. But he's about to learn that these dogs and their handlers represent something far more dangerous than he ever imagined, as flames begin to spread across parts of the facility. Sarah watches her dogs work with professional pride. They're not just defending a building. They're proving that military working dogs never truly retire. They just find new ways to serve. The real test is just beginning. El Serpiente's forces are regrouping for what promises to be their most determined assault yet. But Elite Canine Academy has one more surprise, waiting: a demonstration of tactical coordination that will redefine what people think military working dogs can achieve. Asterisk. The flames spread across the eastern wing as El Serpiente's forces launch their most devastating assault yet. But what they don't realize is that Elite Canine Academy's dogs are about to demonstrate combat skills that will turn this battle into a masterclass in tactical warfare. At 2 a.m., the real war begins. El Serpiente has grown tired of losing men to what he thought was a simple dog training facility. His voice echoes across the desert as he personally directs his forces forward, bringing up armored vehicles and heavy weapons. Burn it all, he shouts in Spanish. Leave nothing standing. The cartel's technical vehicles, modified with armor plating and mounted machine guns, roll toward the facility's main gate. Their crews are confident, expecting to overwhelm any remaining resistance. With sheer firepower, Sarah watches from the command center as thermal imaging reveals the full scope of the assault. 40 armed men, 8 vehicles, and enough firepower to level a small town. But El Serpiente has made one crucial mistake. He still doesn't understand what he's really fighting. All units, execute Pattern Phoenix, Sarah broadcasts. Show them why we trained for this exact scenario. What happens next redefines everything anyone thought they knew about military working dogs. Rex leads the response, his German Shepherd instincts combined with years of combat experience. Instead of a simple attack, he coordinates with Shadow and Luna in a sophisticated tactical maneuver. The dogs don't just defend. They hunt. Rex strikes the lead vehicle's crew with surgical precision, disabling the gunner while Jake provides covering fire. But the real surprise comes when Shadow appears from an impossible angle, having used underground drainage tunnels to outflank the entire convoy. Multiple targets down, reports Maria from the eastern sector. Shadow just took out their communications. Specialist, the cartel forces find themselves facing something they never trained for. These dogs move like ghosts, appearing and disappearing with tactical precision that would make Special Forces units proud. Their handlers coordinate the assault with military discipline. Turning the facility into a deadly maze, Luna demonstrates her explosive detection skills in the most practical way possible. Working with Tom Bradley, she identifies and disarms 3 different demolition charges that the cartel planted during their initial assault. Her nose, trained to detect the smallest traces of explosives, saves the facility from catastrophic damage. El Serpiente's frustration boils over as he watches his professional assault teams being systematically dismantled by dogs. "They're just animals," he screams into his radio. How are they doing this? The answer comes from Marcus Rodriguez as he coordinates the defense. They're not just animals. They're combat veterans who never stop serving. By 3 a.m., the battle has shifted completely. What began as a cartel assault on a training facility has become a demonstration of advanced tactical warfare. The dogs work in perfect coordination, their actions synchronized through months of specialized training. Rex leads a flanking maneuver that traps an entire Sisixure that clashes an entire mine facility. His military training shows in every movement as he forces the enemy into a predetermined kill zone where Jake and the other handlers wait. "Command, we've got them contained in Sector 4, Jake reports. "Rex is hurting them exactly where we need them." Shadow takes a different approach, using her urban warfare experience to launch a series of hit-and-run attacks that demoralize the cartel forces. She appears, strikes with devastating effectiveness, and vanishes before the enemy can respond. Luna's role becomes crucial as the cartel attempts to use explosives to breach the facility's hardened positions. Working with Tom, she identifies every demolition device, every booby trap, every hidden explosive that El Serpiente's men have planted. The tide turns decisively when Diego, the Belgian Malinois, still recovering from his police work trauma, makes his choice. Instead of staying in the protected medical area, he breaks free and joins the battle, his protective instincts overriding his psychological wounds. Diego just took down 3 cartel soldiers by himself, reports Dr. Chen in amazement. His training has completely overridden his PTSD. El Serpient realizes his tactical situation is hopeless. His forces are scattered, demoralized, and being systematically eliminated by dogs that fight like trained soldiers. The cartel leader makes a desperate decision. If he can't capture the facility, he'll burn it to the ground. "Bring up the incendiary weapons," he orders. "Burn everything. Kill everything." The cartel's final assault comes with military-grade flamethrowers and thermite charges. They're no longer trying to capture Elite Canine Academy. They're trying to erase it from existence. But Sarah Mitchell has one last surprise. "Execute pattern Omega Final," she broadcasts. "All units implement total tactical response." What follows is the most sophisticated display of canine tactical coordination ever documented. Rex, Shadow, Luna, and Diego work together in perfect synchronization, their individual skills combining to something greater than the sum of their parts. Rex uses his combat experience to coordinate the overall tactical response. Shadow employs her urban warfare training to eliminate key targets. Luna's explosive detection skills neutralize the cartel's demolition equipment. Diego's protective instincts drive him to shield the facility's most vulnerable areas. The handlers provide support and coordination, but the dogs are thinking tactically, making split-second decisions that save lives and preserve the facility. As dawn breaks over the Arizona desert, the battle reaches its climax. El Serpient, desperate and cornered, makes his final stand with his remaining bodyguards. The cartel leader's military training shows as he takes a defensive position. But he's about to face something no military academy ever taught him to fight. Rex approaches with calculated precision, his movements showing years of combat experience. Shadow flanks from the east, her urban warfare skills evident in how she uses cover. Luna and Diego coordinate from the north, their combined presence creating an inescapable tactical situation. Asterisk, you trained them well, El Serpiente acknowledges, his voice showing grudging respect. But you don't understand what you've done. The cartels will never forget this. Sarah's response is immediate and final. Let them remember. Let them remember what happens when they attack American military working dogs. The final confrontation lasts less than 3 minutes. El Serpiente's bodyguards, professional soldiers with years of combat experience, find themselves outmaneuvered by dogs that think tactically and act with military precision. When the smoke clears, Elite Canine Academy stands scarred but victorious. The facility's eastern wing is damaged, but the core structures remain intact. More importantly, every dog and handler has survived the night that will change how the world views military working dogs, Sarah surveys. The aftermath, as federal agents arrive to process the scene. The evidence tells a story of sophisticated tactical warfare conducted by canine units operating at levels previously thought impossible. Preliminary count shows 28 cartel soldiers neutralized, reports Marcus. El Serpiente in custody. 0 casualties among our personnel. Rex sits calmly beside Sarah, his posture showing the same quiet confidence that made their victory possible. Shadow and Luna maintain security positions while Diego receives medical attention for minor injuries sustained during his heroic charge. The Department of Defense is sending observers, Dr. Chen informs Sarah. What happened here tonight is going to change military canine training forever. Through the facility's cameras, Sarah watches as federal investigators document the battle site. The evidence will reshape how military and law enforcement agencies think about working dogs, proving that these animals can be true tactical partners in the most demanding situations. The Los Santos Cartel came to Elite Canine Academy expecting to find a simple training facility. Instead, they encountered combat veterans who never stopped serving. Dogs whose tactical skills turned a terrorist attack into a masterclass in integrated warfare as the sun rises higher over the desert. Sarah Mitchell stands among her dogs and handlers, knowing that their night of battle has proven something extraordinary. Military working dogs aren't just tools or weapons, they're thinking. Tactical partners capable of coordinated warfare at the highest levels, the flames that were meant to destroy. Elite Canine Academy have instead forged something stronger. These dogs have shown the world what American military working dogs can achieve when they're training. Experience and natural instincts combine under the guidance of skilled handlers. Rex presses against Sarah's leg, his calm presence communicating everything she needs to know. These dogs didn't just defend a facility, they defended a principle. They prove that military working dogs never truly retire. They just find new ways to serve. The battle is over, but the legend of Elite Canine Academy has just begun. In law enforcement and military circles around the world, people will talk about the night when 4 combat veteran dogs turned to Cartel assault into a demonstration of tactical excellence that redefined what working dogs can achieve. El Serpiente's attack failed, but it succeeded in one way he never intended. It showed the world that American military working dogs, even in retirement, remain the ultimate force multipliers, capable of tactical thinking and coordinated action that makes them invaluable partners in the fight for justice.
Hit subscribe and keep watching. More stories waiting for you. Tap the video on screen. Just click and enjoy.